Philippines breaking news. I'm Pio Ontiveros. There's just been an earthquake felt in different parts of Metro Manila, according to several people. We're breaking away. I'm sorry, we're breaking away from regular programming for this breaking news. Again, an earthquake had just happened here, felt here in Metro Manila. We're trying to get as many details as possible. In the meantime, we have on the line already from FIVOLC's Director Renato Solidum. Director Solidum, good afternoon. Can you tell us more, sir?
Good afternoon, Pia.
Yes. So, sir, this was not a major earthquake, right?
Yes, it's not. We had an initial estimate of magnitude 5.7. It can still go up, but the preliminary magnitude is 5.7. The earthquake occurred at 5:11. The epicenter is around 2 kilometers northeast of Castellanos in Zambales. And so far, reports of intensity were gathered. Intensity 5 in Malabon, Quezon City, San Felipe, Zambales, intensity 4 in Magalang, Pampanga, Marikina City, and Makati. And intensity 3 in the Batangas area.
Intensity 3, Batangas. Sir, so we are only talking about the central Luzon and Metro Manila and southern Luzon areas.
Yes.
So wala pong effect doon farther up north?
Well,
or farther down south?
It is most likely be felt in the Region 1 area.
Region 1,
but not so large.
Not
because
so large.
It's in the Zambales area.
Okay, so possibly between 2 to 3 lang. So when you say this is not a major earthquake, however, of course, many people felt it. Also, can you describe us, tama ba yung naramdaman namin? It was a was it a sideways movement?
Sideways motion. Essentially, if you're relatively far from the epicenter, what you would feel would be the sideways motion. But if you're near the epicenter in Zambales, then the first motion will be vertical, and after a few seconds, so it's on sideways.
I see. Are there any reports, sir, of any damage in any of these areas that you already mentioned?
Well, at the intensity of 5 there, we don't expect any damage. We still have to confirm if there are higher intensities near the Castellanos area.
I see. And we will find out if there are any higher intensities, like you said, in a matter of a few minutes, or it's going to take a few hours?
So it depends on how fast people from that area would be able to report.
I see. And, well, because, of course, everybody still sorry, not everybody, at least people from my generation, we remember what the 1990...
The 1990 earthquake, yes.
Yes, the 1990 earthquake. Of course, that was I'm sorry, sir, what was the intensity at that time?
Well, the magnitude was 7.8. The intensity in the epicenter was intensity 8. At intensity 8, you cannot stand anymore. Even if you try standing, will fall down.
Oh, and
in Manila, it was intensity 6.
Right, yeah, we all I remember that day. I was in Malacanang that day. But at the epicenter then, during the July 1990 earthquake was?
It was in Rizal, Nueva Ecija.
Rizal, Nueva Ecija. And at that time, well, I guess people are just a little bit more aware, and I guess a little bit more, siguro a little bit paranoid. At the same time, I remember in the last 5 years, there's always been that warning coming from FIVOLCs and different government officials about what could happen in an earthquake, or after the aftermath of an earthquake that could be stronger than this one. So,
yes, essentially, and because many buildings are quite tall now, especially if the earthquake is a little bit far, then mid-rise to high-rise buildings will shake. So that's why this amplified in areas where you have medium-rise to high-rise buildings.
Okay, but like you said, sir, we do not expect any damage given that the highest intensity so far, like you said, initial estimate, it's only 5.7.
Well, we have to confirm if there will be intensities of 6 or greater in the Castellanos area, then there might be some damage. But so far, further out, in Metro Manila and the Pampanga area, we don't see any damage expected.
Okay, and if it is 6 or more in the Castellanos, Zambales area, what kind of damage would we expect in terms of like infrastructure?
We expect some slight damage, some minor cracks. But at magnitude 5.7 to 6, we don't expect significant damage to occur.
All right, sir. So in other words, nothing really to worry about. Although there are aftershocks, hindi po ba, sir? Because after the initial...
Yeah, there can be aftershocks related to it.
Do we know, but at this moment, like 10 minutes after what?
Yeah. Well, aftershocks can occur anytime. We don't know how far in between they would occur.
Okay. Anything else you can add, sir?
Well, so far that's it. Essentially, this is not in the Metro Manila area. This is in Zambales. But this would be felt within even 100 kilometers away from it. So that is what happened, and because we're in that distance, no, within 100 kilometers of the area.
Yeah. This has no effect on any other areas, sir, in the Zambales area.
Effect on...
Wala naman pong, well, bukod sa, if intensity is greater than 5.7 na pwedeng may mangyari pang iba.
Yeah, but this is definitely not a major earthquake.
All right.
Where we consider a magnitude 7 earthquake. It's not.
All right. Okay. So, sir, thank you very much for joining us. Director Renato Solidum of the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology telling us that this was a minor earthquake. Again, we repeat, this was a minor earthquake that was felt here in Metro Manila. The initial estimate, and we emphasize initial estimate, is 5.7 and the epicenter in Zambales, 2 kilometers northeast of Castillejos, one of the towns in Zambales. And he also mentioned several intensities that were felt in different areas in Metro Manila, 5 in Malabon, Quezon City, some areas in Pampanga, Marikina, Makati, and 3 in Batangas. We asked him, that means this is just limited to the Central Luzon, Metro Manila, and Southern Luzon area. And he said, yes, for now, that is what we know. But he said, again, this is an initial estimate. PHIVOLCS will have a clearer estimate and a more final estimate for us in a matter of minutes, perhaps, or perhaps in an hour. He did say also that in the Zambales area, the movement that people there felt was vertical, up and down. Here in Metro Manila, what we felt, since we are farther away from the epicenter, was a sideways movement. So that is it for now. We're going to bring you the latest on this, again, as PHIVOLCS called it, a minor earthquake. Epicenter, initial estimate 5.7 in 2 kilometers northeast of Castillejos in Zambales. I'm Pio Ontiveros. Stay tuned to CNN Philippines.